Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name's Melissa. In today's video, I have for you a thrift haul and I'm really excited about this one because I'm trying out a new product that you told me about after my last thrift haul video. So I'm gonna share that with you today as well. So let's go ahead and get into this thrift haul. Excited about this one because I have some items in here that have kind of been on my thrift wish list for a little bit, and I finally found some of what I've been looking for. I'm super new to this item, so you'll have to just kind of let me know if I paid a good enough price for it or if I got gypped. You'll have to let me know. But I also got a couple of items back here that I'm gonna give a little refresh to. In my last thrift haul, I had two cabinets that were wooden cabinets, and I asked you if you thought I should paint them or if I should just kind of give them a refresh. And overwhelmingly, everyone said, just refresh them, don't paint them. So I bought, because pretty much everyone said to use the Howard's Restore finish. So I went and bought some. So after I do this thrift haul, I am going to do the tables, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. But for now, let's go ahead and let me get into this haul. It's not very much, so I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Now, in my last video, I did a thrift makeover of a cradle, and I didn't really have anything in my booth to stage it with. So I actually found this little baby blanket and I paid $3 for it. So this is going, I'm gonna clean it up and put it in my booth for sale. So I think this is just gonna be so sweet to help stage that little crate. I got that blanket from Goodwill, and also from Goodwill, I found this really pretty pillow. I don't usually buy things like this, but I just thought this was really pretty. So I'm gonna clean this up and disinfect it and get it all nice and clean to put in my booth. But I paid $3 for it. I just think the colors are so pretty and the flowers are so pretty, but this kind of tapestry look I think is kind of in right now. So I am excited to get this cleaned up and put it in my booth as well. I found this just little handful of greenery. I can always use greenery, and I paid $1.25 for it. Now these two sweet little candle holders are, you can't really tell, I don't know if you can tell, but they're a green color and they're very sweet. They're in really good condition. And I paid $1.25 for each of these. And I got these from St. Vincent de Paul. I found this little stoneware kind of mug, this little pottery mug. And I got this from Salvation Army on a Wacky Wednesday. So I paid $1 for it. I got this owl. I have been finding a lot of owls lately, but I got this owl from St. Vincent de Paul, and I paid $3 for it, $3.45, and he's a little bigger than the other owls that I've been finding, and I don't know if I'm gonna leave him this finish or if I'm gonna do something to him. I had one in my booth last year that I refinished because it hadn't sold, and I refinished it in white and did like an antique kind of finish, and it sold. So I may do the same thing because there's a lot of texture going on right here. So I think that would be pretty. So I may do that to this. Now for the Easter season, I got this little porcelain basket with the flowers on the ends. I think this is just so sweet. And I paid $1.25 for it. And I'll get this cleaned up and put it in my booth. I found this little copper coffee mug. I don't know why, I don't know, I was feeling it. So I got this, it was 50 cents. I have been selling a lot of cups and saucers lately. So I needed to restock. I'm trying to restock, and I did find two of these. Now these are the Grace Fine China Rhapsody set. And I just think these are so pretty. They're a light green with a silver kind of trim. Blue tickets were 99 cents. So I only paid 99 cents for this one. And then I got another one just like this and I paid 99 cents for it too. So I'm excited about that because these will get cleaned up and go in my booth. As you know, I've been having some luck with Christmas stuff and this week was no different. I got this sled. This is a gold sled and it's metal, but it's kind of heavy. It's kind of substantial and it's kind of shiny. Got it for $2. So I was excited about that because it's a pretty good size. So I got this nice sled for $2. I did get this wreath, which I think is so pretty. This is just a very pretty, very simple, very wintry wreath. Doesn't even have to just be used at Christmas. This can be used for winter as well. And this was $3.25 at St. Vincent de Paul. So not sure if this is going to be mine or if this is going to go in my booth next year, but great deal on this one. As you know from my previous couple of hauls, I've been trying to restock some of my copper molds, and so I got this copper mold and this copper mold, and I got this one for $1. This was at Salvation Army, so it was Wacky Wednesday. So I paid $1 for this one, and I paid $2 for this one. So these will definitely get cleaned up and go in my booth. So I'm slowly but surely building up my copper mold collection again. I found these two sweet little porcelain teacups. Now I tried to find something like this. This is one of those things I tried to find a comparison to, but this is Lefton Fine China and I couldn't find a comparison, but I just think they're so pretty and they're unique. And I paid $1.25 for each of these. On Wacky Wednesday, I almost didn't get these. I got each of these for $2. They were $2 a piece because I got them for Wacky Wednesday at Salvation Army. They were marked $4, so I got them for $2. And I'm glad I got them. It's not like they're worth a ton of money, but they are, they are going on eBay for definitely more than I paid for them. So this first one is Royal Copenhagen, and it's called Hair in Winter. And this is 1971, and this one I'm gonna put up next to me what it's sold for on eBay. So this one, the price that you're seeing is what it did sell for on eBay. This next one is called Going Home for Christmas, and this one is 1973. These are so pretty. Again, not sure if I'm going to keep these or if I'm going to sell them in my booth. Not sure. I can't keep everything. This next one is a 1976 plate, and it is called Village Watermill. So this is what it sold for on eBay. And then this last one is from 1969, and it is called In the Old Barnyard. And that one's so cute, 1969. And on the screen is what it sold for on eBay. So I'm glad I thought about it and got these, $2 each, so not bad. I did pre-record this bunny because I went ahead and took it to my booth, but I got this at St. Vincent de Paul for $5. This is a pretty good size bunny, and I just think he's so pretty. Now I'm ready to show you what I was super excited to find. I have been seeing other thrifters, other decorators talk about their decor in their home and having ironstone in their home. And it's so pretty. And I've been wanting some, and they talk about finding it, and I've never been able to find any. Well, this one particular day I went into St. Vincent de Paul and they had ironstone. So normally if I see white, I'll just look just to see. Well, they had white. So this was the first thing I saw. And so I said, let me check. And I looked underneath, and sure enough, it was ironstone. It is $8. Now, like I said, I don't know much about ironstone. So I didn't know, is that a good price? I don't know. So I actually did not get this the first day. So I did get this the second day when I went back, but I eventually did go back and get this. So I got this. They also had some cups and saucers, and I paid $2.25 for these. Now these are Adams. So I did get 2 of these, so I paid $2.25 for this one, and then for one more. And you'll have to excuse the lighting because the sun's going down. So I'm losing my lighting, so I gotta hurry up. So I got this, then I saw this. And again, I don't know much about ironstone, so I turned it over, and it says ironstone, but it also says $15. I don't usually pay $15 for stuff at the thrift store. So I put it in my buggy because I'm like, that's ironstone. I've been wanting ironstone. So just put it in your buggy, Melissa, and just walk around. You don't want anybody else coming behind you and taking it. Then you're gonna be mad at yourself. So I just put it in there. Now, you'll have to let me know. I have not been able to find an exact comparison to this. So I don't know. Did I get duped? Did I get gypped? Is this like the wrong lid to a coffee pot, or I don't know. But it says ironstone on the bottom, so that's what I'm going with. And I got this one. I found this one. Again, it says ironstone on the bottom, but it also says $15. So I got both of them that first day. And so I told my husband Happy Valentine's Day to me, and I got both of them. So now I have me some ironstone, and I was excited because now I have it. So you'll have to let me know in the comments, did I pay too much? Is that a good price? Did I get duped? Did I get a great deal? I don't know, let me know. I got this lamp from Goodwill, and I'm not gonna do anything to it except clean it up, put it in my booth, and green tags were 50% off when I got this one. So I got this for $5. Only paid $5 for it, and it works because I tested it out while I was there. So I got this lamp for $5. And then in my neighborhood, someone put on our neighborhood Facebook page that they were selling these 2 tables, and they said they were vintage. Can't remember if they said vintage or antique tables, but they were selling them for $30 for both. So they just need to be cleaned up. I went ahead and got them. I'm gonna show you a close-up of them so that you can see how they look, but I do need to clean them up, and I'm gonna use the Howard's Restore Finish, and gonna get those cleaned up because I do need to get them in my booth. I sold a set of nightstands, so I'm gonna need to replace those. Hopefully this will work on those, and I can get these in my booth. And so yeah, let me show you those tables, and then we're gonna get to restoring them. Now, the tables aren't in perfect condition. They're structurally in very good condition, but they're not in great condition. This one is actually in a little bit worse condition, but you can tell that the wood needs some work. So I'm hoping that the Restore Finish is gonna work on these tables and bring them back to a beautiful luster. Before I tried it on the table, I tried it on one of those cabinets, and I have to say I wasn't really that impressed because it really didn't take out as many of the rings as what I expected it to. I think that the wood was just so dry that it just soaked it up and just restored it in that way. So now I have the table inside and I'm ready to get started on it. And you can see here that this is definitely worn. It's definitely seen better days. And you can see here there are definitely a lot of scratches. It doesn't necessarily have that old dry wood that the cabinet had, but it definitely has the scratches and the wear of a piece of furniture that's been used a lot. So I'm using the steel wool. I think I'm using the 00 steel wool, and it says to use the 0000, which is the extremely fine steel wool, but this is the one I got. So I'm just being very light with it. I'm not scratching too hard, and I'm just going over it very lightly with the Restore Finish, and I'm going over it with the line of the grain of the wood. And once I go over the whole thing, then I go back over it with the cloth and I wipe everything back. I get off all the excess, wipe it back as good as possible until there's no kind of wet spots left. And this is what it looks like. I have to admit, I'm really impressed with the way that it looks on the table. I wasn't as impressed with the cabinet, so I had my reservations about how it was going to look on the table. But after doing just the shelf part of this table, I'm really impressed. So now I'm moving on to the rest of the table, and I have high hopes. So hopefully after just that one shelf, hopefully it's going to bring these tables back to life. So now I'm just going to do the rest of the table with the same technique, using the steel wool very lightly, using the Restore Finish, going over it very lightly, and then wiping back the excess. Now I'm going to move on to the top, and I'm going to focus on this part first, the ends and the sides. So I'm going to go over this part with the steel wool and get all of that with the Restore Finish, and then wipe it back with the cloth. Okay, the top of this has kind of a faux leather feel, so I didn't want to use that steel wool on the top. So for this portion, I'm just using the cloth. I'm going over it with the Restore Finish on the cloth, and then I'm wiping back kind of in a circular motion just to wipe off the excess, and doing that on just the top portion of the table. And now I've put the other table next to it so that you can kind of see the difference between the table on the left, which has been refinished or refreshed, I guess, and the table on the right. Now you can see the table on the right is going to take a little bit more work, but you can see that the table on the left looks fresh, it looks clean, and it just looks really good. I have to say, and now this is from the other angle, so now it's kind of flip-flopped, but I'm really impressed. So if you have a piece of furniture that needs to be refreshed, then this is definitely something you need to do. Now for this second table, I had to kind of lightly sand off whatever that was on this shelf portion. I don't know if it was paint or if it was like maybe a shellac finish that maybe kind of had, I don't know, the glue had melted, I don't know. But it kind of had messed up the finish a little bit. So I'm not sure how this one's gonna turn out. So I just started with the Restore finish, started going over it lightly with that steel wool and hoping for the best. And once I get it all put on, then I go over with a rag and start wiping away the excess, and just I'm trying to wipe it away lightly to try to avoid wiping up to uncover those impurities or imperfections. But you can see right here, that part, that's kind of giving me a little bit of an issue. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that. I don't know if I need to go over that with some gel stain, but anyway, but the rest of it, actually, I was kind of impressed because it covered up most of the imperfections of the shelf better than what I was really expecting it to. And here they are, both finished. I think they look so much better. I am gonna have to put a little bit of gel stain on that bottom shelf, but once I do that, these are just gonna look great. So I am really impressed with the Restore finish. So definitely, if you have a piece of wood furniture that you think is beyond repair, it's not. You can definitely fix it with that. Before I close out the video, I do want to share a Bible verse with you. It comes from Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 17, and it says, "For the Lord your God is living among you. He is a mighty Savior. He will take delight in you with gladness. With his love, he will calm all your fears. He will rejoice over you with joyful songs." I hope that these verses that I share with you just bless you in some way when you hear them. And I do want to thank you so much for joining me and watching my videos and just being a part of my YouTube channel. And if you enjoy this sort of thing, then I would love it if you would be a part of my YouTube channel. I love doing thrift hauls, thrift makeovers, home decor. So if that's the sort of thing you enjoy, go ahead and click that subscribe button and click the bell button so you're notified when I upload new videos. And leave me a comment below and let me know what you think of the tables, and let me know about the Ironstone. Give me some information about that. But also give this video a big thumbs up because it does help me out with YouTube. And if you want to see more videos like this, then check out the boxes that you see on the screen right now. And I'll see you next time. Bye.